Welcome. Today we are doing lesson number 123, and that is I thank my Father for his gifts to me. Today let us be thankful. We have come to gentler pathways and to smoother roads. There is no thought of turning back and no implacable resistance to the truth. A bit of wavering remains, some small objections and a little hesitance. For we can well be grateful for our gains which are far greater than we realize. A day devoted now to gratitude will add the benefit of some insight into the real extent of all the gains which you have made, the gifts that you have received. Be glad today in loving thankfulness. Your Father has not left you to yourself, nor let you wander in the dark alone. Be grateful He has saved you from the self you thought, the little self that you thought you made to take the place of Him and His creation. Give Him thanks today. Give thanks that He has not abandoned you and that His love forever will remain shining on you, forever without change. Give thanks as well that you are changeless, for the Son He loves is changeless as Himself. Be grateful you are saved. Be glad you have a function in salvation to fulfill. Be thankful that your value far transcends your meager gifts and petty judgments of the one whom God established as a Son. Today in gratitude we lift our hearts above despair and raise our thankful eyes, no longer looking downward to the just. We sing the song of thankfulness today in honor of the self which God has willed to be our true identity in Him. Today we smile on everyone we see and walk with lightning footsteps as we go to do what is appointed us to do. We do not go alone, and we give thanks that in our solitude a friend has come to speak the saving word of God to us. And thanks to you for listening to Him. His word is soundless if it be not heard. In thanking Him, the thanks are yours as well. An unheard message will not save the world, however mighty be the voice that speaks, however loving may the message be. Thanks be to you who heard, for you become the messenger who brings His voice with you and lets it echo round and round the world. Receive the thanks of God today as you give thanks to Him, for He will offer you the thanks you give, since He receives your gifts in loving gratitude and gives them back 1,000 and 100,000 times more than they were given. He will bless your gifts by sharing them with you, and so they grow in power and in strength until they fill the world with gladness and with gratitude. Receive His thanks and offer yours to Him for 15 minutes twice today, and you will realize to whom you offer thanks and whom He thanks as you are thanking Him. This holy half an hour given Him will be returned to you in terms of years. For every second, power to save the world yawns more quickly for your thanks to Him. Receive His thanks and you will understand how lovingly He holds you in His mind, how deep and limitless His care for you, how perfect is His gratitude to you. Remember hourly to think of Him and give Him thanks for everything He gave His Son, that He might rise above the world, remembering His Father and His self. Well, it's a beautiful lesson and it's a loaded lesson. Let's discuss a few things. So I thank my Father for His gifts to me. So recently, it's been more than a year since I have gone ahead and done any kind of videos. I just have not found the time. It's just been so busy. My weekends have gotten really busy. But yesterday I saw a video where at the end the guy says, it was his karma is that he is sharing his gifts, which is the teachings, whatever he knows he's sharing. And I just thought to myself, I don't know whether this is my gift or not, that I don't know, but I do know one thing. This book helped me. These lessons helped me wake up. They have something in them, light, love, whatever you want to call it. It's something in there that woke me up. And so my hope is just that maybe this just might be useful for somebody out there. That's all. like I said, that was the first thing that I got from this lesson. The second thing that I also see is that he says in paragraph 7, this holy half an hour given him will be returned to you in terms of years for every second. Power to save the world yawns more quickly for your thanks to him. That also reminds me of your timeline. You know how you are in this linear timeline, but you're disrupting. This is like a disruption, waking you up. Maybe it's not waking you up. Maybe you have an interest. Maybe you want to peek at it. Whatever the case may be, but you're disrupting that linear timeline. And so what happens is you, because of this, and this has been my experience, and I can tell you this, because of that, you don't go through certain things, you jump timelines. So you're just going this like this in this line here, and now what happens is you're going this instead of going here, you're completely timeline. You jumped, you missed all of that. Not because you didn't want to experience it, it's because you don't have to experience it. You now have learned some kind of a lesson in this timeline here that you don't have to repeat, and so you're jumping timeline to something else. That's really been my experience. And so I just speak, and anything that I say here in this course, as long as if you're practicing, honestly, this is your direct experience. Whatever your experience be, that is your direct experience. But all, as long as there is a practice, just don't conceptualize, because the intellectual mind likes to conceptualize everything and wants to tell you, you're all kinds of things, that you're good at it, you're very good at getting these concepts, and all that stuff. And I've been there. But I can tell you the practice, when you're practicing stuff at every moment, whenever you're practicing, that is what wakes you up, wakes thousands of minds up. The Course itself says that. There's another paragraph that I do want to pick here. Where I said it kind of sounds so familiar. I'm here and I'm on lesson 23. Wow, talk about everything that you need just appears right at that time. So this is what he says in paragraph 5. An unheard message will not save the world, however mighty be the voice that speaks, however loving may the message be. Thanks be to you who heard, for you become the messenger who brings his voice with you and lets us echo round and round the world. Now, the world that we are in, within our small world, friends, our family, that is our world. The world is, there's never this thing. The ego is the one that wants to reach thousands and thousands of people and become famous, and all that is ego. But where you are, that world, the fact that you're practicing, you will notice so many changes. And that is within your world. So the only thing that we are asked to do is receive the thanks and thank the Father. I thank my Father for his gifts, whatever your gifts are, and remain in gratitude and keep practicing and see how and where it takes you. I'm also going to place some links at the bottom, the books that I'm reading right now. What am I following? What am I doing? I may have gone for a year, not done any of these videos, but my practice has not gone. I've only become more stronger. I've been practicing every day, everything. There is not a day that goes by that I have not done some kind of a spiritual reading, that I have not contemplated or meditated. Meditation, you know what I'm saying? Not medicated. Meditation. So yeah, no, my practice is the same. I still practice. Hopefully And I will see you again in my next lesson, and we will meet soon. Love you all so much. Namaste.